This page is all about transition and change. And change is hard for everybody, but it's especially hard for students who are on the spectrum. It could impact them pretty mildly, or it could impact them so much that it blows their day. And you're going to see a lot of behaviors on those days that result from anxiety. So it's important to give a kid notice of a change that's coming up. That could be the end of math and we're transitioning into reading. It could be we're switching from period 1 to period 2. Or it could be a big change, like we're not going to have computer class today, and maybe they were looking forward to that all week. So giving them notice of big things like that too. The other thing I want to highlight is it's important to tie a visual cue to your auditory cue when you're signaling a transition. I put some timers down at the bottom, but I want to highlight this one right here. This is called the working clock from Sarah Ward, and it's a phenomenal executive function strategy and my personal preferred visual cue for time and a timer. So what this shows is the true sweep of time moving forward, and a student is able to figure out how much time they have total, how much time they've already spent doing something, and how much time is left, and if they're on track. So for those of you who are familiar with this, it's a great tool. And if you're not, I do recommend Googling it because it's just awesome. And you can get it on the smartboard. It's available in Smart Exchange. So that's not the only timer, though. If you don't have that, we've got everything from stuff for the very young, the younger grades, and then we've got some things that are appropriate for secondary. A lot of times secondary students have their own phones or timers that they can use that would be age appropriate or age respectful, excuse me, or even watches. An Apple Watch has a timer on it. And I'm seeing students as young as second grade set their timer so that they know when they're supposed to do things. So you'll find lots of tips on giving a student notice of transition and notice of change, and then a tip for tying your notice auditorily with visual. Enjoy exploring this page.